Hey team, Major Foe here. Operation Akagi, turn 6, January 1939. Okay, there's been some developments. The Russians broke the truce and attacked Germany. Therefore, the Japanese need to come to the aid of their German allies, so they will declare war on Russia. And due to the rubber transport that the Dutch East Indies were providing the Russians prior to the war, they'll also declare war on the Dutch East Indies. So that's gone and done some moving of some numbers here. So we're on turn 6, January 1939. Um, Attacking the Dutch East Indies has given Anzac +2. Um, I think it's, let me just double check that, but yeah, just neutral in China. When I attack, well, I guess I go over to Japan to Japan declares war on Russia. That's +1 for France and +5 for the US. Okay, and then declares on a neutral Dutch East Indies. That's 2 for Anzac, 2 for FEC, 2 for Great Britain, another one for France, which is 2, and then 2d12. 2d12, I've rolled 2 5s, which is 10. I'm on the wrong side of the map, so apologies. So, Anzac received 2, so they went from 3 to 5. FEC received 2, they went from 5 to 7. France received 2, they went from 10 to 12. The UK received 2, they went from 15 to 17. Siam came under Japanese, let's say occupation, I guess. Liberation might be the word. They went from 16 to 17. And the US gained $15. They were at 6, they're now at 15. So they can do some lend-lease, and I believe, is it 10? Yeah, 10 for research and lend-lease they can now do. Still can't move their ships for a little bit, and they're getting closer though, so that could be scary. Okay, go back to the pathetic tech program. So 2 dice, 2 misses. So I rolled a 5 for improved construction and a 7 for large ship construction. So the tech program is 2 of 11. So they're doing amazing. Okay, I've laid out all of my attacks. Let's see if I can't frig this up. Okay, so into Karulin from, what is this, Western Manchuria. I've got 2 infantry. I have, yep. Now, there to there, I see I'm crossing a mountain in my territory, but not their territory. So I believe there's no penalty. If I'm wrong, just let us know and we'll figure that out after the fact. But 2 infantry out of Western Manchuria is going into there. The 4 fighters will join them. The motorized and artillery out of Rihi will move 1, 2. And because the mountain is on my side, I believe I can move into there. It would be different if I was going to move from Manchuria to Primorsky Krai and up. That would be 1, 2, but they couldn't move a second turn through the mountains. So I believe that's how that works. Once again, just correct me if I'm wrong. And then we're going to take 1 cavalry out of Rihi. 1, 2, they're unaffected by movement of mountains, so I'm not too worried about that. So there's 4 fighters, 2 infantry, a motorized, an artillery, and a cavalry in Karulin versus this militia. Into Cheetah, no combat required, but 3 infantry and a mountain brigade. 4 cavalry out of the 97th. 1, 2. 2 motorized, 2 artillery. Same thing, 1, 2. And as the mountains is on my side, I believe they can move in there. Cavalry from Rihi will move 1 to Manchuria, 2 to Primorsky Krai. 2 cavalry will move 2 to Manchuria, 2 to Amur, joined by 2 infantry. So that will conclude these fights. Okay, and then that'll be $1, 2, 3, $4 for Japan. So Japan will go. Well, the map skills are terrible as usual. Well, they used to be here on the board, but they're now missing. Interesting. Not sure how that happened. Hmm. Okay, not sure what happened to the map there, but oh, there's my Japanese turn. Maybe it moved up on its own. That's why. This is automatic. So apologies for that. So we're at 21 now, plus 4, so it automatically moves, so I guess I don't have to move the buttons. Um, okay, so where were we? So we have one combat in here, no dice to roll in this fight. We have the seaplane in Kyushu is going to move 1, 2 and attack that submarine. Look at my notes because this could get confusing. Okay, so we have a Marine on the Siamese destroyer, which is now Japanese. Delete that. Picks up this Marine. It will move 1 to P32, 2 to P42, 3 to P51, and 4 to P52. And drop that in Dutch New Guinea. That's automatic. Okay, one transport out of P14s, move them 1 to P32. It will grab 2 infantry, move 2 to P42 and 3 to P51. It will land in Celeb and Maluka Islands. Okay, one destroyer out of P41 will pick up a Marine and move 1 to P50, 2 to P51, and 3 to P60. It'll drop that Marine in West Timor. So that's automatic. We have a sub in P72. It'll move 1 to P70, 2 to P69, and 3 to P61. It'll go after the destroyer. I asked Silk if he wanted to have the sub involved in that fight. He said no. This coastal sub will also join. So I have 1 at 2 and 2 at 3 for this battle. A coastal sub will move down from P50 into P59. It will be joined by one of the heavy cruisers in P14, 1 to P32, 2 to P41, 3 to P50, and 4 into P59. That is all bonuses from the major ports. So that'll go after this transport. This sub will also not engage. So that battle is complete. No dice required. So this sub is under British control. This sub is under British control. And this fight will happen. These two subs submerge. So that allows the rest of the units to go into this territory. So we have a transport, import up here. It'll move 1 to P32, 2 to P41, and 3 into P50. And it'll grab 1 infantry from Siam and drop that in Sumatra. A destroyer out of P41 will move down 1 into P50. It'll bring a Marine, drop that into Sumatra. A battleship and a battle cruiser out of P41 will bombard Sumatra. Okay, just organize that a bit better. So we have a shore bombardment from the battleship and the battle cruiser into Sumatra, and an infantry and a marine going in there. Okay, I'll just move the second fleet marker here. But 1, 2, that will all move down. So the battleship will bombard into Java. 2 tactical bombers will go to Java. 1 tactical bomber will go to Borneo. And I'll just put the Borneo troops over here for now. But there'll be a bombard from the battleship into Borneo. Heavy cruiser from P14 will move 1, 2, 3, 4 into P59, and that will also bombard. The other two will bombard as well into Java. So we have 5 units going into Java. There's a destroyer. Just take that heavy cruiser and coastal sub. So the heavy cruiser and coastal sub have already been used. The destroyer will drop off a marine. Hopefully this isn't too confusing. And a transport will bring down, just set it there for now, a marine and an infantry. A transport will bring down a marine and an infantry for Borneo. And the last transport will bring down the last marine and the last infantry into Java. Just put that back in the 97th. Move that there, I guess. Okay, I think that's it. And then the rest is just non-combat movements for the rest of the ships. So I think we can get into the battles if I've got them all set up properly. We've got a marine and an infantry going into Sumatra with the battlecruiser and battleship bombarding here. So let's start with that one. So we have a battleship at 4 and a battlecruiser at 3 first strikes. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Yeah, that's right. So the battlecruiser does hit on a 3. The battleship missed on a 9. So Sumatra falls. And then I had a marine and an infantry against that militia, but that was successful. So that is dead. So Japan goes up $2 for Sumatra. Here into P59, we've already done that. That battle to kill off the naval transport. And now we're going to go into Java. So we have a battleship at 4 and 3 heavy cruisers at 2 first strike. Oh goodness, we have 2 hits. So both militia are killed in the first round before we even start. So that's not too bad. Okay. All right, and then we have 2 tacticals at 7. Target select doesn't matter now because there's only 2 infantry left. 3 marines and 2 infantry. I believe this to be a mountainous territory, but I'm not 100% sure, but I will roll them all at once just in case. If there's any 2s there, we'll take note of it. There's a 1 and 2 misses, so 1 of the infantry is killed. 2 infantry returning at a 4, both misses. Okay, and there was no 2s rolled, so no worries there. Okay, now we go to round number 2. So we get there. We've got 1, 2. If it's not mountainous, 4 hits, but I only needed 1, so we're good there. This will be taken off the infantry if it's round 2, and nothing to take off. So that's killed. That's killed. And Japan gets another $2. Okay, so Sumatra has 3 Marines and 2 infantry there. Let's go into Borneo. Borneo has the tactical bomber, a Marine, an infantry versus that militia. The seaplane had nothing to attack as there's no transports in 60, and it would have been last hit on that anyway, so the seaplane does nothing. So we have an infantry a Marine, and a tactical bomber going into Borneo versus that militia. So, pretty sure that's just jungle. It's kind of half in, like there's mountainous there, but it's not surrounding, but we'll take note of it for the first round anyway. 7 for the bomber. I'm going to guess 1s on the first round, possibly 2s. Let's see what happens. The tactical bomber did hit, so the militia is dead. It does fire back at a 2. 6, that's a miss. So unscathed in Borneo. Okay. So we have an infantry and a marine in Borneo. All those attacks are done. What do we got left here? Just a militia. Okay, no attack, no attack. So we just have the 1 attack left in Krellin. So up here I have 4 fighters. I have a first strike artillery at 3. So we'll roll that one first. This could be over quick. And it is. Look at that. Okay. Couldn't get these friggin' tech rolls, eh? Guess that wouldn't have been a helpful tech roll either, but anyway. Okay. What we lack in tech rolls, I guess we make up for in other good rolls. All right, so Crewellen falls to 2 infantry, a cavalry, a motorized, and an artillery. Now, non-combat. Oh, wait, we have 1 left. Okay, the sub in P7 from the seaplane. So that's out of 3. Not even close. 12. Okay, so that'll cause some havoc this turn. Alrighty. Okay, non-combat movements now. The seaplane's going to go back to Kyushu. The 4 fighters are going to go to northern Manchuria. These I can delete. Okay. We have 2 light cruisers. Let me see here. 2 light cruisers are going to go to P51. Join that 1, 2, 3. Join that transport. There's a sub that did not attack. It's going to move 1, 2 into P51. And 1 of the torpedo boat destroyers is going to move there. The other 2 torpedo boat destroyers are going to move over here to P52 and join that destroyer. Okay, so it'll move 1, 2. We have a fighter in Tokyo, +1 movement from the airfield. It's going to move 1, 2, 3, land in Formosa. That's 4. This dice can go away as we're no longer rolling that. The 2 tacticals that were in Java and the 1 tactical from Borneo will go back on the carriers. Okay. Can I straighten this up a bit here? There we go. Did I even go over my purchases? I didn't. Crying out loud. Well, that makes total sense. I had an infantry, a militia upgrade, a militia, a destroyer, a marine, and a mountain brigade. Apologies for that, team. And as that's a militia upgrade, not a militia, that is $19. Okay. I think that's all of the... Oh, we still have a combat here. Crying out loud. Okay, so we have... God, I'm all over the place. Apologies. A lot going on. Um, we have 2 subs and a coastal sub against this destroyer. So the 2 subs are at 3 and the coastal sub is at 2. That's a 1, so that does strike that, and they get a 4 in return. And that's a 6, so no love there. Forget anything else? Crying out loud. That's there, that's there, that's there, that's there. Fighter, nothing. Okay, now I think that's it. Now let's go up and grab this mess. Okay, so militia upgrade and militia go to Siam. The mountain brigade goes to Rihi, and the marine and the destroyer go to Tokyo. And that destroyer will be, oops, in port. Apologies for the confusion there, team. Port marker. Okay. I think that's it. Now let's go see if the money is correct. So $31. I was at 17. So I should have gone up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the Dutch East Indies. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Russia. That's 31. And then I believe we have 2 of those and we lose an oil. So we lose 1 oil from the States. So we have a bonus of 2 there. And then we own Borneo and Java. So that's +4. That's +6. 6 on to 31 is 37. Pretty sure. Yeah. Maths are hard. I could be wrong. Okay. I think that will conclude the Japanese turn. Thanks again for watching, and apologies for all the mistakes.